Okay, if you can't resolve your problems in peace, you can't solve them in war. Now, listen to this carefully. If you cannot resolve your problems in peace, then you cannot resolve them in war. And judge not your beauty by the number of people who look at you, but rather by the number of people who smile at you. Now, look at this. Judge not your beauty by the number of people who look at you, but rather by the number of people who smile at you. And if you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Now, if you want to go quickly, then go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to African Fiesta number 15, coming to you from Apex One Radio. Okay, good afternoon, Africa. Good afternoon, Europe. Good evening, Asia. Good morning, America. And welcome to African Fiesta number 15, coming to you from Apex One Radio. African Fiesta is a radio way of celebrating Africa's endowment in every aspect of the continent's socio-economic and cultural life. So, how much of Africa do you know in terms of history, politics, economics, culture, sports, cuisine, and you name them? And of course, how much of African music do you get to listen to or dance to? These are some of the questions we do well to answer just on African Fiesta on Apex One Radio. African Fiesta brings African values on the platform and presents them to the rest of the world. And in this 15th episode of the show, away from home is not directly linked with away from one's roots. Neither does it mean estrangement from one's musical background. One would have thought that living in the United States would influence the artistic expression of African entertainers to extents where their art would have little to do with their roots. Fortunately, it's not the case. And paradoxically, most, if not all, young African artists living in the United States have stuck to their background and have even displayed arts that depict their roots more than some home-based counterparts. Now, one of the artists who have stayed glued to their background is Monica Omorodion Swider, fondly known as Monicazation. The Boston-based singer who doubles as an actress has put up excellent pieces that have placed her at a recognizable spot on the African diaspora music lineup. The talented singer has been in the US for long, yet her music creates a typically impressive Nigerian impression on every ear that has been exposed to it. But how does this work? And how has her career been is what the author of Mambo, Monica's latest single, tells us this edition of African Fiesta. She is the main guest on the show today, and we'll be speaking from her Boston abode. Don't just go away. This is African Fiesta on Apex One Radio. Then you can't help but conclude that Jolie is a beautiful song, and after having a jolly listening time with Jolie, your next move would definitely be looking for its author to find out what it took to meticulously craft the track. This is the august assignment African Fiesta has undertaken in these 15 episodes, and when we get to Bamenda, Cameroon, Datsun will be revealing the story on this latest single. Don't go away. Another huge assignment is the twin production that is at the verge of commencing in the world's film capital, Los Angeles, from where Pyramid Production International is run. Within the next couple of weeks, the Sept production outfit will be proceeding to a TV series and a feature film. To that effect, Pyramid Productions International is organizing an auditioning exercise for actors in LA and its environs. To throw more light on this, the outfit's Chief Executive Officer, Tiana Bibish Elat, joins us right ahead in this episode of African Fiesta, just on Apex One Radio. Meantime, in this episode of African Fiesta, we shall also be talking to Akuro Raphael, the producer of Crime Reloaded, an upcoming Cameroonian movie. He has set to organize an auditioning exercise in Bamenda, northwest region of Cameroon. And so when we get there later on in the show, we shall be talking to Akuro Raphael. Just like our reporters, Ifana Kwala will be filing in from the economic capital of Cameroon, Douala. And Valerie Dulafe will be reporting live from Cameroon's political capital, Yaoundé. Then, when we go down south, it will be the turn of Solomon Atta from Johannesburg. Solomon will be reporting live from that beautiful city. This program is produced by Maxel Adzik. And like I said, our main guest in today's episode of African Fiesta is Monica Omorodion Suwaida. She is a singer, she is an actress, and of course she is an award-winning African artist based in Boston, United States of America. At exactly 10 minutes past 10, let us move on to Boston and find out if Monica is with us this morning. Monica, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Ernest. Nice to be on the show with you.
How are you today, Monica?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
I'm all right, Monica.
Great.
And did I pronounce it well? Suwaida or Sweda?
Sweda.
Sweda. That sounds East African, whereas you are Nigerian.
Yes, it's actually Polish.
Polish,
but it looks very African. Yes.
Wow. Then Monicazation.
That's right.
Okay, we'll come back to you there to find out if it's a concept or it's your name.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Monica, you just flew back from Los Angeles where you took part in the 2015 Nollywood and African Film Critics Awards, NAFCA. How was your trip to California? How did it go?
It was awesome. It was Hollywood was great.
Right. Okay. We'll probably have time to come back to that in the course of today's edition of African Fiesta. And like I said, Monica, you are the main guest in this episode of the show. Thanks so much for accepting this interview. I'll be right back with you.
Thank you.
Okay. Her name is Monica Sweda Omorodion. She's the main guest in this episode of African Fiesta. Mine is Ernest Kanjo. I'm in the studio alone. Definitely someone will join me, and when they do come, you shall get to know them. Okay, I'm asking you to sit back, relax, and of course enjoy every bit of what we shall be presenting to you this Wednesday morning from the city of Columbus, United States of America. But then, first things first, we must thank God for making this day happen and for giving us the energy, ingenuity to be able to run African Fiesta. And so, if you are listening to us at this moment, wherever you are situated around the globe, just bow down your heads. Let's say thank you, Lord. And we are going to do that with Monica Omorodion in this beautiful gospel piece titled Jesus. Let's go.
The great I am that I am, for giving his son Jesus Christ. Hallelujah. Glory.
Tribe of Judah, the Lion of Judah, the El Shaddai. Oh, I found a man. His name is Jesus. God so loved the world that he gave his only son. Whosoever believeth shall have eternal.
Father, we praise your name, we glorify you, we adore you because you've been everything to us. Lord, we thank you for the precious gift of life. We appreciate your love and kindness. Father, it is not by our own that we are able to make things work. It is by your mighty power and grace. Thank you for the gift of talent which the people who contribute on this show are happily enjoying. Thank you for the inspiration. Bless our listeners and make contributors more ingenious as they take part in this fresh episode of African Fiesta. Father, we commit today's edition into your hands. Show us how to do it and we'll do it the right way. Through your Son Jesus Christ, we've prayed. Amen.
You cover my life, oh, Lion of Judah.
take control. Thank you, my Lord. Beautiful gospel piece there titled Jesus, and it is done by Monica Omorodion Swaida, who is the main guest in this 15th episode of African Fiesta, coming to you from Apex One Radio this day, September the 16th, 2015. It is a bright Wednesday morning here in the city of Columbus, and it definitely is going to be a bright African Fiesta edition because we have some very bright people who will be speaking in this episode of the show. And some of these bright people are the main guest herself, who will be speaking from Boston, Massachusetts, United States of America. Then you shall also be listening to Datsun. Datsun is a Cameroonian urban artist who has just released a latest single titled Jolie. We shall be listening to that just right ahead in this episode of African Fiesta. And when we get to Bamenda, Datsun will be telling us about the story in this song and just how he went ahead to complete this very, very sumptuous project. Then still in Bamenda, we shall also talk to movie producer Akuru Raphael. Akuru Raphael is at the verge of producing Crime Reloaded, a Cameroonian movie that is much awaited. Then he goes ahead to do an auditioning exercise of actors both at home and in the diaspora. When he joins us later on in this edition of African Fiesta, Akoro shall be throwing more light on that. Then we shall also make a stop over in LA. I call it the film capital of the world, where Bibish Elat will be telling us about yet another production, this time twin productions, because we have a TV series and of course a feature film which will be produced by Pyramid Productions International, an audiovisual production outfit Bibish runs from that end of the world. So Bibish will join us later in today's episode of African Fiesta. Our reporters are lined up: Solomon Atta, Ifana Kuala, and Valerie Dulafe. And so that is how we kick off the 50th episode of African Fiesta on Apex One Radio. We shall definitely begin from the DRC, musically speaking. And who do we have on our deck? He's called Lucien Bokilo. La vie, let's go.
Westa voulez
And so she is a singer who doubles as a movie actress, and of course she is a producer as well. Then she's done quite much as far as music is concerned. She has worked with some of the greatest artists Africa's biggest economy is proud of. I'm talking about Nigeria. And of course, she is so talented. You need to watch her videos. You need to listen to her. Then you understand what I'm talking about. Her name is Monica Omorodion Sweda. And of course, she is the main guest in this episode of African Fiesta. Then we shall meet Monica. She will tell us her story. She has a fantastic one, of course. This is African Fiesta coming to you from Apex One Radio. We're doing the 15th episode of the show. And of course, she's coming to you this day live, September the 16th, 2015. Meantime, good morning to all the Nigerians, the Nigerian community in the United States of America. I'm thinking of the young, dynamic boys and girls who do movies in this great country. And of course, at exactly 23 minutes past 10, let us move on to Boston, Massachusetts, where Monica is on standby. Of course, she's been on standby since 10 o'clock. And now she joins us live from that end. Monica, once again, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So how are you today, Monica?
Very good, very good. Beautiful day.
Beautiful day. Now, Monica, tell me, apart from just being the famous singer and actress you are, who is Monica Omorodion Sweda?
Monica Omorodion Sweda. I'm a single, simple woman all the way from Boston, Mass, and born and brought up in Africa.
Right.
And I don't know. I don't know if I mean, what do you want to know about me?
Well, so where did you grow up? Where did you grow up, and how was your childhood like?
Okay, I grew up in Africa. I was born in England, but I grew up in Africa.
Okay.
I spent most of my life in Nigeria until coming to the United States at the age of 17, and I've been here going back and forth.
And Monicization, is that a name or a concept?
Monica, you know how you say nation? Instead of nation, it's Zation. That Zation is my world.
Okay.
So it's Monica's nation.
So Monicization is your own world, right?
That's right.
Okay, that's fantastic. How did you come about this? What motivated this name?
I've always wanted to have a unique name for myself. I've always believed in, how people make up their own names. My name is Monica, and Monica means so much. And I was like, you know what? I do a lot of things with my name, so why don't people just come into my world? And that's why I decided to make it Zation, which is my own kind of world. So when you come into Monicization, you're coming to my world.
Okay, Monica, I just want to inform our listeners that you've just released a video of your latest single, that is Mambo,
Yes.
which has already gone viral. We shall find time in the course of this interview to talk about that. But Monica, let me go back to your roots. Is there anything you would always remember when you recall your childhood, something that actually marked you?
As a child, I mean, thank God for my parents. I've always been given the freedom to do what I want. So, my childhood, music, show business has always been part of it. It's just that I'm just coming back to it. So, my childhood has always been filled with music. Always been filled with music, yes.
I listened to an interview you had some time ago, and you said you had a break with music, and you just kind of staging a comeback. Where did you go to?
No, I mean, when I say I had a break, remember now, I started being on the spotlight since I was 13.
Okay.
I won a music contest, and I was brought to Lagos, and I was doing a lot of background music for big artists. Because I was a kid, I wasn't really out there on the stage, but I was on a studio. So since I started that very early in my life, when a lot of people were in school, it was kind of different for me. So I kind of took a break and decided to go back to school, and kind of forgot about my show business life. So that was the break I was talking about.
Okay, I saw you did a lot of background for some big artists in Nigeria at a very tender age. How were you discovered, and who precisely discovered you?
Yes, there was a writing contest for music, and I wrote a song which was picked by one of the biggest newspapers in Nigeria called Punch, and then editor Laddie's fan club discovered me actually and brought me to Lagos, and that's how my show business life started.
Wow, that's great. I'm talking about Punch. I just want to say good afternoon to you, Steve Ayorinde. Steve worked with Punch some time ago. I don't know if he's still with that great Nigerian newspaper. Now, Monica, education, tell us, what did you study and why did you decide to study what you did?
Okay, my undergraduate was in accounting and finance, and I got bored with it, and I went back to school for management information systems, which is more on the technical side on computers.
Right.
So I have a graduate degree, and I'm still studying, and I also have certificates and in insurance.
And are some of these disciplines kind of helping you in a way as far as your artistic career is concerned?
Oh yes, I mean business. I mean I have a master's in business, and everything you study in school brings you to where you are now.
Okay.
I mean it does help. It does go a long way in a way of thinking and in a way of strategizing to take you to the next level.
And so, coming to America, for how long have you been in this country?
Whoa, I think 26 years, I think.
That's a long time, pretty long time.
It's been a long time, yes.
And which of the Nigerian mother tongues do you speak, Monica?
Shame on me, but I'm not very good with our languages. But I can play with Benin. And I can probably say I speak Pidgin English very well.
And for those 26 years you've been in this country, I mean, you haven't lost, you haven't lost sight of some of these languages. Because I've listened to some of your songs, and you sing in some African mother tongues. How come you do that so well, whereas you've been in the US for 26 good years?
Well, I mean, as an African, there's something about bringing the African in me to the spotlight. I don't speak quite well,
okay,
but the ones I know I use in my music, and some of my friends also help me too. I've been learning a new language, which I think here we speak English, but for us to show who we are, we have to try to let people know that we have other languages that we speak. So that's why I'm trying my best to get back into languages. That's why you see I put them in my music.
But you still find time to visit Nigeria from time to time?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Monica, thank you so much for that introductory phase of this great interview we're having live on Apex One Radio. Once again, thanks for accepting this radio talk.
Thank you.
Okay, we stay in the Democratic Republic of Congo. His name is Alain Kunku. That one is titled Masapa. It's coming to you from Apex One Radio. And of course, you're listening to the 15th episode of African Fiesta. This day, September the 16th, 2015. It's a bright Wednesday morning here in the city of Columbus. I want to say good morning to you, Edith Pikwa. Edith Pikwa is the face of Apex One Radio. I'm also thinking of you, Winston Taylor. Okay. Thank you so much once again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who have just joined us. We promise to give you a run for your time this Wednesday. Let's ride on with music then. We'll be right back. Just right ahead, we shall be having our first slot in this episode of African Fiesta. Then, it will be the time for Akosia to take us to her African kitchen. Just what shall we be savoring this Wednesday morning is what Akosia is going to tell us just right ahead in this episode of African Fiesta. Our mouths are already watering. So, what has she got in her pot this Wednesday morning? Well, Akosia comes on just in a moment. L'une des belles chansons de Alain Kunku qui a fait bouger la musique congolaise dans les années ou vers la fin des années 90. Vous êtes bel et bien branchés sur les ondes de Apex One Radio avec Ernest Kanjo ce jour le mercredi 16 septembre 2015. This is Apex One Radio. Just right ahead, we shall be getting into an African kitchen and Akosia will be with us.
Kolkata
Okay, that one is titled Sukus Vibration. Sukus Vibration is coming to you from Apex One Radio, and of course, you're listening to African Fiesta 10:37 here in the studio. Alright, time for us to meet Akosia. Alright, find out just what she has for us this morning. Akosia, good morning. Alright, welcome.
Good morning, Ernest Kanjo. It's been a while.
It's been a while, I know, Akosia. So, how has it been so far?
We are doing great, thank you.
So, Akosia, this morning we are quite anxious to know exactly what you have for us in your kitchen. So, where are we going to this time? Aint, what are we eating?
We are stopping at Accra today.
Accra, that is in Ghana.
Yes, that's in
Okay.
Ghana. We are cooking kwashi.
What's that?
Kwashi.
Kashi.
Or washi. You can call it washi.
Washi.
Yes.
Right.
It's, rice and beans. We will take it for lunch. You can take it for breakfast,
Okay.
lunch, or dinner. Yeah.
All right. So, let's find out how it is prepared.
Yeah, this is one of the simplest recipes ever, but very, very delicious. We just need a few things. We need the water.
Right.
We need the long grain rice. I'm using the basmati rice. We need the kidney beans.
Mm-hmm.
And on the side, we'll eat it tomato sauce with fish or meat inside. I'm using meat. You can use it. You can do it with fish or meat. That's all we need. It's a very, very simple recipe. All right. What I did yesterday, Ernest, was that I soaked my beans for 8 hours, boiled it, and now it's almost ready. So I'm adding my rice into the beans pot. I'm using the makopot pot. It's on the fire, boiling already. So I wash my rice and add it into it. Let it cook for a while. And then I just add, let me see some salt. I'll cook for a while. And then I add the salt, a pinch of salt, Maggi, and that is it. That the beans is cooking. Let me taste it if it's okay for. Make sure that I stir the beans and the corn together, the beans and the rice together. Make it dry. Wow, okay. So now I'm adding my Maggi and my salt so that it can really get into it. I chop a bit of onion, add it there. Put white and black pepper, just a little bit of it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and as I'm tasting it, it tastes wonderful. That is all about the watches. Some people can blend tomato and add it straight into it. Some people add curry powder, the chili peppers, and a little vegetable or oil. I just added a little bit vegetable oil. And I'm serving it now with my tomato sauce with meat in it. You remember I didn't put meat in the rice and beans. That's the wache. So I'm serving it now. Put the beans and the rice, that's the wache, and then tomato sauce with meat to the side. That's all about it. It's a very simple dish. It doesn't take time. It takes just like an hour and a half after having boiled your beans. It's really, really yummy.
Very simple. It takes just an hour and a half, and you're done with your kwache. So, Akosia, is there any particular occasion this meal is taken?
We eat wache as breakfast, as lunch, and all the Ghanaian ceremonies. You meet it. It's so easy, it's so nice that everybody wants to have it every. And the beans and in it, you know. High protein, high fibers. You can eat it anytime.
Wow, that's great. That's great. So, I'll definitely stop by for.
Your place is here. Your place is here already. That's sure.
Right. So, keep it warm so that when I get there, it will still be in good shape, eh?
All right. Okay. I'm waiting for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Akosia, for that beautiful dish, kwashe. which the Ghanaians would easily identify with. And special good morning to Anang Ebenezer, my Ghanaian friend. I'm also thinking of you, Eugene, Teke, and Rejoice Doe, Ghanaian folks, some very, very interesting people. Thank you so much, Akosia, and we hope to be with you again next Wednesday for yet another edition of the Delicacies Lot, just on Apex One Radio's African Fiesta. Okay, thank you once again. Let's continue with music then. We see where to go to next.
Bye.
Okay, this is African Fiesta coming to you from Apex One Radio. It's exactly 13 minutes to 11. I think we are heading to Boston again to meet our main guest, Monica Omorodion Sueda, who is on standby. But before Monica comes up, listen to this. That one is titled Palava. It's by Monica Omorodion Sueda. A special dedication to all the lovers of Afro jazz.
Kidnap
What a beautiful voice, spiced there by historical facts from the very Monica Omorodion Suwaida. And of course, it's coming to you from Apex One Radio. Beautiful Afro jazz piece there coming to you from our main guest, who is on standby in Boston. I ain't just right ahead. We shall be making the second stop over. Jamais, jamais, God forbid. Beautiful piece there, titled Palava by Monica Omorodion Suweda. She's the main guest in this episode of African Fiesta. I ain't at exactly 6 minutes to 11. We now go back to Boston where Monica is back with us. Monica, welcome again.
Thank you. Here.
Monica, I have the impression that you do a lot of research in your music. I just got some historical facts there that kind of caught my attention.
Mm-hmm.
So, tell us, how do you do that? Before you go writing a song, do you sit back and actually do some very, very good research?
Yes, I mean, it depends on the song that I'm writing. And this song that you just listened to, Palava, it's actually talking about what's going on in the world. And if you listen to it well, it tells a story. I mean, we're dancing to it, but it's also talking to you about world issues, you know?
Right. And I see some Fela Ransom Kuti in this particular one. Is it the Afro jazz stuff?
Yes, this is an Afrobeat music, actually a dedication to our Baba Fela. Fela was a very impressive icon to us, to all Africans and all over the world, really.
And back to your career, Monica, for how long have you been singing?
I started professionally at the age of 13.
Okay. And tell us what actually inspired you into music.
My dad loves music. My dad has music books. My dad always sang to us as kids, and hearing him sing made me fall in love with music. And he had so many music that he wakes up with in the morning. I just loved music through my father. Yes.
And you have worked with scores of Cameroonian or Nigerian musicians, including Sonny Okosun. How was your experience with these legends?
My God, as a kid, I didn't really know that these were, big icons back then. I was just happy to be in the studio working with them. Sonny Okosun, God rest his soul, was one of Nigerians' great musicians that also, though not singing like Fela, but also talked about issues in Nigeria while also entertaining us with his music. I loved Sonny Okosun. I mean, all of them. Sonny Okosun, Majek Fashek, Evie Edna, Mandio Jugbana, to name a few. These were people that I worked with in the studio as a kid, yes.
Now, I would really like to know more about that experience. Was it a tedious one? And just tell us, how was it? as a young child, you would go to the studio and work with these guys. And did you kind of have training rehearsal sessions?
God bless my father. I always bless him. I always thank him. And also, like I said, Laddie of Laddie's Fans Club discovered me from all the way from Warri and brought me to Lagos. And I didn't know what to expect. So as a kid, my father always believed in music. Back then people think, as a musician, you're just not, not on par. People are not respected in that fashion, mostly with girls. But my father believed in music. I mean, he spent time in Europe. He knew more about the world. So he always took me to the studio. He dropped me off in the morning and would come pick me up after work, So it was very nice. I mean, everybody looked at me and took me like their daughter.
Right.
And it was a very good experience.
And just how did it work? Were you kind of signed with labels? And did you get into a contract? Were you being paid?
Oh, yes, I was being paid right from that age. I was being paid because I did studio work. And they gave me, not me money, but they gave my father money. And I was signed first with a group with Emmy Records back then. Emmy Records or Poly, I forget the name now. It's been so long. We were the first African rap group in Nigeria at that tender age, and we were signed up, and I think it was Polygram Records that signed us up at that time, and of course we were paid. I mean, back then music is different than now. Now, I mean, you can hear music all over on the internet, on the radio, everywhere. But before, you have to actually buy the CD and listen to it on the radio to really get access to it.
And when you talk about pay, like how much could you earn at that time, maybe for a concert? Or just tell us, was it something reasonable?
Yeah, it was. I mean, they gave us money. I mean, like to do studio work, I think they paid my dad, not really me. I think they paid about, at that time, like 600 Naira. I don't know. It was good money then. I mean, as a kid, I've been making money since I was a kid, really. It's actually been a privilege to really make income in that time.
And I assume you were on television as well.
Yes, of course.
Wow, that's interesting. Monica, in what languages do you sing apart from Pidgin and
Benin, Yoruba, Igbo, all different. It's like Nigeria. We have what is called Wazobia. We speak mostly the regular languages, which we all use that most people understand.
Okay, and what makes your music unique?
Let me think. I write what is in my heart. I just don't write what is popular today. I write what I like, what I feel in my heart. So that I think that makes it a little bit unique to me. If you look at the whole album, you see that they're all different kinds of music, and if you listen to it, messages come out of it too. So I think I'm unique in my own way.
And how many songs have you composed so far?
So far, released and unreleased, over 50 songs that I could work on right now, about 50 of them.
Right. And so when you are writing your songs, what comes to your mind? What are the themes you exploit?
I like talking about social issues. I like talking about political issues. I like talking about what is happening in the world. And I like talking about love. I like talking about different kind of things that comes to my mind. But going forward, part of my life, which I've always been looking at, is to be talking more on things happening in the world. Though we dance to it, but it always has a message behind it.
That's interesting. Monica, thank you so much. We'll be back with you. You are the main guest in this episode of African Fiesta. And we must say that your music is really, really fascinating. So we'll be right back with you, Monica.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ngeumvata waiza wasisameno Kala ingangu mo mwebani kesakane.
Nakobanga binote, nakobanga nzambe na ngai. Alléluia. Chivundu.
We are back in the Democratic Republic of Congo. That one is titled Lua by the legendary king of Congolese music. His name is Kofi Olomide.
Lokuta et yaka na ascenseur, vérité et un escalier payé koumi.
And so the music industry in Cameroon will be one movie richer in the coming weeks when Crime Reloaded would have hit the market. It is an upcoming Cameroonian movie produced by Akuro Raphael, who is based in Bamenda, Cameroon. And just right ahead in this edition of African Fiesta, the gentleman will join us to tell us the story about this upcoming project. And of course, the auditioning exercise his film production outfit is about to have.
Mokolo bilanga kombo nanga liyanzi bango bazaki na masasi kasi bakoki koboma ngai te.
Lua by Kofi Olomide, beautiful Congolese music then. Coming to you from Apex One Radio. And you're listening to the 15th episode of African Fiesta, the great midweek magazine. At exactly 11 minutes past 11, No, it's 6 minutes past 11 here in the studio of Apex One Radio in Columbus, Ohio. And at this point in time, we're moving to Cameroon. And when we get to Cameroon, we shall take the road to Bamenda. Then when we get to Bamenda, we shall be meeting this great movie producer. His name is Akuru Raphael. Akuru Raphael is on the verge of producing the next Cameroonian movie. Call it Crime Reloaded. And of course, he is also set to organize an auditioning exercise for actors and actresses interested in taking part in this great movie. And from Bamenda, Akuru now joins us live. Welcome, sir. How are you?
I am fine. Good afternoon to all the listeners of Apex One Radio.
So,
my name is Akuro Raphael.
Akuro Raphael, how is Bamenda this Wednesday evening?
Bamenda, Cameroon is pretty good.
Right. And so, you are the CEO of TFR Global Networks. Am I right?
Yeah, you're very correct.
And this is an audiovisual production outfit that is run from Bamenda, Cameroon. And I also understand that you will be organizing an auditioning exercise for Crime Reloaded, an upcoming Cameroonian movie. First, are you auditioning actors for all the roles or just the main roles?
Yeah, I am auditioning actors for all the roles in the movie. All the roles in the movie. That is, there are 19 major cast in the movie, Action Crime Reloaded, and we are doing audition for all the roles in the movie because we want to get the best.
Right. And so, why would you audition rather than just go ahead and use actors you know and you've been working with?
Well, the reason is because, you know, in a few of us, we have newcomers that are coming in, and if you don't give them chance to also showcase their talents, they will never get to come to the limelight. So we're doing auditioning to get to discover those hidden talents that are in Cameroon. So we'll be using, no doubt, we'll be using the old faces, but we need new faces to match with them.
Right. Okay, so you'll be using the old faces, but you need some new ones to spice it up. What will you be looking at when auditioning for this movie?
Well, we'll be looking at the team. We'll be looking at a good that is a good construction, a good mastering of the English language, and first of all, we have a breakdown of the character profile of all the cast in the movie. So right. We'll be looking first. The first point of view will be the point of focus will be the cast, the major cast that will look at your personality, the way you look. If you fit in the description of the characters, then you stand a chance before any other thing follows. And then we'll look at your performance. If you can perform well, then you stand a better chance too. So we are not going to do auditioning based on favoritisms or based on man, no man, but we're doing it based on merit.
Right. So we have a lot of Cameroonian actors spread around the globe. There are some back home and there are others abroad. So who can audition for this movie? Just the actors in Bamenda? Just the ones in Cameroon?
Well, Ernest, like I said earlier, we're looking for actors in Cameroon, and we're not only using actors in Cameroon, we're using actors, even Cameroonian-based actors that are in the diaspora, in the USA, all around the world. We're using them. Anyone that comes in that signifies interest, the team, the auditioning team is working a way of auditioning those that are abroad to see how they can fit in the script.
Okay, I am reliably informed that the movie will be directed by Musin Derrick. Why the choice of this film director? Could you just throw more light on the technical crew of Crime Reloaded?
Well, when it comes to directing, well, first, I am the writer of the script. And why I choose Musin Derek is because he's one of the few directors that I've seen in Cameroon that can dare to direct that movie. And he's somebody who takes his time and he settles for nothing less than the best. And that is what I am looking for.
Now, when you say Musing is the guy who can dare to direct that movie, it means it's going to be a huge one. How complicated or how heavy is this production?
Well, the movie Crime Reloaded, the script Crime Reloaded is one, I would say, is one of its kind. It's an investigative movie that needs a lot of technical know-how. That's why you see a director like Musing Derek come into play, because he is the one that can listen, can see the vision of the writer.
Right.
I see him as somebody who sees my vision and that can fit into the script and deliver.
Right. Now, Akuro Raphael, is Crime Reloaded the working title for this movie, or that's the final title?
Well, for now, Crime Reloaded, the name, the title Crime Reloaded is just a working title. But subsequently, based on our negotiations, my negotiations with the director, we're working on changing the title, but we just let it be. We'll keep the title as of now to be Crime Reloaded.
Right. And so what is in this story? What is the message you intend to pass across via this movie?
Okay. You mean the message behind the movie Crime Reloaded, right? If I get you correctly.
Yes. But first, what is the story all about?
Well, Crime Reloaded is a story, in a situation where, let me give you a brief log line about Crime Reloaded. It goes thus. In a country where crime is the order of the day, the Delegate General of National Security saw the needs of getting the services of private detectives, because the nation has been taken over by men of the underworld and members of government. So Crime Reloaded now is, we have those private investigators that are coming in, working under the control, under the control of the Delegate General. It's a secret mission. They're going in for a secret mission, which they must come out with those crime perpetrators in the country. And one thing I must emphasize is the Delegate General of National Security is somebody who doesn't accept failures, because according to the story, the police have tried and failed. So that is why he's going out for the best crime detectives in the country.
And so how does that story fit in Cameroon's context? What message are you trying to pass across?
In Cameroon, we are faced with a lot of corruption. And we have a lot of, we're faced with corruption. We're faced, because we want to touch corruption. We want to touch the areas of how our things are being run, and how the people that we see to be the ones that are protecting us, they are the ones that turn around and then backstab us from the back. So we are looking at trying to fight such issues. We don't want to be faced with situations where we entrust our security in the hands of people that they are the ones killing us.
Right. And so how different will be Crime Reloaded from Benefactor, which is a movie you produced and launched recently, and other movies you've produced?
Come again, I didn't get you correctly, please.
So how different will this movie be from the other ones you've produced?
Well, this one, it will be different, like I said earlier. It's a one of its kind. I would say one of its kind ever done here, because I remember, apart from being a writer or producer, I am an actor, and I have one feature on a set of Musing Derek. He did a movie similar to Crime Reloaded. That was Nexus. And then the other movies I have been doing, they are normal home videos, but this time we are going in for cinema.
Right.
We're going in for the cinema. So we are not only looking at the home videos again, we're going in for cinema because we do not intend to touch only Cameroon. We intend to touch the world at large.
His name is Akuru Raphael. He is a movie producer par excellence. And of course, he is moving towards his next production, Crime Reloaded, whose auditioning takes place this Saturday in the northwest regional capital of Cameroon, that is Bamenda. And so, Raphael, tell me, when does the first phase of this production begin? And when do you expect to have the movie ready for consumption?
Well, the first phase, because normally we have, when you're doing a video, you have like 3 phases. The pre-production stage is what we're doing now, and the audition will be on the 19th, this Saturday, tomorrow, at Dreamland VIP Cabaret at exactly 12 noon. And after that, we commence shooting from the 3rd of December to the end until the 28th of December, and the post-production will take effect immediately after that. After the director calls the last shots, and we expect to have this movie in the market ready for consumption by the 28th of February.
28th of February. Okay, and so tell us, how will the auditioning exercise look like? How is it going to be done?
Well, I can't really say that because the people, that is a department on its own, and the people that specialize on that have been put in place. They are the ones that will know what they are looking for.
Okay.
So what my main focus is that they should give me what the script requires.
Right. And so
they should give me what the script requires, because I know I want the best. I'm not settling for anything less than the best.
The best and nothing else but the best. So what are actors required to come along with?
You come along just with your talent, nothing else. Just come along with your talent.
No,
the talent that you have in you, that is all we need.
No ID cards, no National Actors Guild of Cameroon ID cards.
When you come with when I talk with your talent, it means you must have been registered, because I'm not going to work with any actor that is not registered with the National Actors Guild of Cameroon. The criteria for auditioning that I have talked with the team working on that, I have told them that anybody that will be auditioned must present either a receipt or the ID of the National Actors Guild of Cameroon, because I'm not going to work with non-registered members. If I must work with you that you're not registered, we must come to concrete terms that I will register you before you get on the set. And that will be deducted from your paycheck.
Okay, that is the producer talking. And if you are interested in Crime Reloaded, and you're going in for the audition exercise that takes place this Saturday at Dreamland Cabaret Bawenda, please, you need to present your National Actors Guild of Cameroon ID. His name is Akuru Raphael. He's speaking live on African Fiesta from Apex One Radio, broadcasting from Columbus, Ohio, United States of America. Now, before you go away, Mr. Producer, could you just briefly present TFR Global Networks, which is an audiovisual production outfit you run?
Okay.
Right. And so, tell me, what did it take to complete this project? Financially, human resource-wise, materially?
Or like financially, human resource-wise. Anyway, what I said here the last time I did the song, Marry You, I said, well, God has so much blessed me and put in charge a lot of things. And so when it comes to human resource, I say just fine. I don't level with that because it is just inborn. It is there. I can do it anytime. But financially, it took a lot. And when I called the name of the studio and how recording is done in Yaoundé, studios like that, studios that Lady Pons and the rest walked in. And I'm so grateful because they started up there. And I really, it is really difficult. It was really, really difficult. But I thank God because He was able to bless me to do that.
Right. So
I would say that putting the two and two together, God made it possible for me to do that.
Right. So is the video done yet? If not, when are you planning to work on that?
Pardon?
Is the video of the track done yet?
The video?
Yeah, the video. Have you done the video?
Yeah, yeah, I've done the video already, and later this week is going to be out.
Okay.
I'm just waiting because the technician, it is supposed to be finalized today and being exported tomorrow.
Right.
We have it on YouTube. And so if there's anybody who wants to watch a video of mine, just go to YouTube and you type that song. Like DADSON, Dad and Son.
That son, right.
So you type that song, you type Marry You or Jolie at the end of every that song. You're going to get to watch my videos from the end of this week.
And so are you satisfied with the technical and artistic quality of the work, Datsun?
Yeah, I'm very satisfied. At least it's even more than what I've been doing. I've been writing songs, but from where I used to record, I'm sorry to say the quality was really down. I'm very satisfied with this because it's up to standard. If you play it and compare with other songs, you discover that it is taking a different level.
Right.
It is upgraded.
So, are you planning any official outing, any concert?
As of now, I'm not planning any concert because, first of all, I'm not working with any record label.
Okay.
I'm working like self-produced. In fact, I'm self-producing myself, and with that, it takes some time. I have to come back also, gather money, do other stuff with that.
Right.
I just hope that maybe when he up there decides I'm going to get a record label and I'm going to be doing concerts everywhere.
Right.
Right now, what I'm doing is packaging.
Right. So, Datsun, before you go away, one last word to the public ahead of the official release of Jolie. What are you expecting from the public?
What I'm expecting from the public is simple. I need your support. I need your support in any way. Now, it will be one thing for you to produce a song and another for people to appreciate it. If you happen to produce a song and you enjoy it alone at the confines of your house, you feel like maybe you're okay. It doesn't help you anyway. It doesn't go anywhere. So what I expect from the public is their support. When you listen to the song, if I'm not doing it well, if you think that I should have added something, why don't you call me and tell me? If you think that I should do better or maybe I've done it and you want to encourage, why not encourage morally, financially, whatever way you can. I want to tell the public, please stop pirating. Even though piracy really like kind of make the people listen to the song and then maybe they can have opportunities everywhere in some places. But I would just want to say that you should stop the attitude for listen to the song. Yes. It does not help them also. It will make us who are putting more to lose all.
Right.
And also to further on, before we launch, next week I think I'll be talking much. So I wouldn't want to take much of your time in the studio.
Okay.
I want to say thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk today and also to say to those in the studio on radio.
Right.
That I'm very grateful for giving us this opportunity.
Datsun, thank you so much. We'll definitely have you again next week when we would be launching your single live on Apex One Radio. Do have a fantastic rest of the day out there in Bamenda, and we wish you the best ahead of Saturday's official launching. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Même un beau mécan, ça danse. C'était le passage.
Meantime, Black Baby is on standby in New York. He is a young Cameroonian artist who is also doing fantastic, who is also doing brilliantly well in the music arena. And so, just right ahead, we shall be making a stopover to talk with him, and of course he shall be throwing more light on his latest single as well. African Fiesta coming to you from Apex on Radio with Ernest Kanjo, and of course our main guest is Monica Omorodion Suwaida.
Over the game, we stay young, rich and ambitious, yo. Okay.
Pas de temps à perdre. J'ai du fric à faire. Attiré par le beat, frère, c'est le cas, je me gère. Je traîne avec des vrais BBI, c'est du rap sale pour de vrai. Attends-moi sur ta tombe, c'est clair, il y aura plein de billets. Mes négros ne kiffent que du bif, mes négros ne visent que du chiffre. Que tous ceux qui m'aiment me suivent. Le fric et les femmes la bip. Pas le temps de vous kiffer. Dans ma tête que de billets. Il va tirer vers vous, nos vrais balles vont vriller.
I made it in the past, I made it right through in the fiction. I said it aloud, I said it aloud, my diction. I'm loving my neighbor, I'm loving my neighbor's emotions. We must be rich, PP is best addiction. The truth is the reason, and the reason that was hidden for no reason. When I did talk for the devil, I know I got you.
And that one is titled Boys at Work. It is a beautiful rap piece.
We must be rich, PP is destination.
And the author of this beautiful piece is Cameroonian young up-and-coming artist. His name is Black Baby. He's based in New York, the US of A.
I say no go I fought with strong, no go I fought with strong, they loving the song. No go I fought with strong, no go I fought with strong, and they loving the song. It's BBE Black Baby, it's BBE Black Baby, it's BBE Black Baby, the BBE Black Baby.
Victory burns my flesh and soul. This voice destroys the verse you soul. No vex not so. I'm Gatling, Titanic. Black Baby is the verse I sold. Damn, let's bomb hot when I dangwa. Flyers downs I so angwa. Like a road trip na ma langua. Big fish no mix me with Janga. Tu veux le clash, je suis à quel poids? Tu crois, mais tu à quelle fois? You be sang à l'ange, je le sang à l'angle.
Okay, and that one is pretty new. It's a beautiful rap piece there, produced under the banner of Black Baby Entertainment. Call it the BBE. And of course, his name is Black Baby. Black Baby himself will be telling us the story in this beautiful track just right ahead when we get to New York. African Fiesta coming to you from Apex on Radio.
To be uploaded with a flat in the flat back, flat light, bad mad, fine light, rap bastard, I find fine past dark mode, it's B.U.R. To sound way up to date. I'm on a place you never be up. To be uploaded, cook that damn who.
They love the way that we rolling. Too fast, niggas can't hold me. Got G.O.D. by my side. No, this real niggas to my ride. This is BBE Black Baby. It's BBE Black Baby. It's BBE. BBE, black baby, every BBE, black baby. I say no go a photo with wrong, no go a photo with wrong, they loving the song. No go a photo with wrong, no go a photo with wrong, and they loving the song. It's BBE, black baby, it's BBE, black baby, it's BBE, black baby, BBE.
It's BBE, it's Black Baby, it's Boys at Work, and of course, it's a beautiful rap piece coming to you from the number one radio station. It's Apex One Radio, and of course, the number one midweek magazine. It's African Fiesta at exactly 28 minutes to 1. Time for us to move to New York, where Black Baby is now live, and of course, he joins us on the show. Black Baby, welcome to the show.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Okay, how is New York City today?
Well, actually, I just moved out of New York, and I'm actually resident now in Florida, Miami.
So you moved to Florida. That's beautiful. So we were just listening there to Boys at Work. Is it a single?
Yes, it is a single.
Okay. And how long has it been in circulation now?
Well, it has just been a couple of months old, but we didn't really release it yet because we wanted to do some editing touches on it before we send it to air.
Right. And so, what is the story in Boys at Work? What are they working for? Where are they working? And to whom are they working?
All right. Boys at Work is just pretty much every artist talking about like where they come from and what they represent and what they're doing for the group and the label.
And so, what message do you want to pass across in this song?
Pretty much, we're trying to tell people that no matter how we come from, we can be better than what we are, and we're going to excel and become the people who we're destined to be.
No matter where we come from, we can always excel and become the people we are destined to be. His name is Black Baby of the BBE. So tell me, how long did it take you to complete this track and put it out?
Well, as I am, I'm pretty much the producer, so I didn't really write the song. I let the crew members write their own songs, and they come in and I see what they do. And if I like the project, then I sponsor the project. That's pretty much what it is.
Wow. And so, who are the artists in this song, and how was your experience working with them?
Well, it was a really good experience because they come from different areas. And so repeat your question again.
Yeah, I just wanted to find out who are the various artists who are present in this track, and I understand you work with them. What was the experience?
All right. So the artist that I work with is Tommy Alas, Everlas, Brooklyn, T-Ben, Brooklyn. So there's just about 5 of them.
Okay.
So I don't want to it was Young Fizzy, Fish, those 2 were not there. We just, at the end of the video, we did a shout out for them. So I don't have time to say all the names right now, but as time as they watch the video, they're going to see exactly who is who in the video. So I'll let that for the public to look at that.
So have you had any public performances with the track yet? If not, are you planning to do so?
Yeah, we're still planning to do so.
So far, what has been the feedback from the public?
Well, the public, they enjoy it, and they are requesting for the video, which is going to be let out pretty soon. But for now, we're just trying to make sure things are in order for us before we let it out.
Right. So, what is in the pipeline as next project for BBE?
Right now, we're actually working on an exploding line.
Right. Okay, thank you so much for joining us for this quick interview. Before you go away, one last word to your fans.
I want to tell everybody that they should keep up and watch for Boom TV, because anytime soon they'll be ready to hear a very good hit song.
Okay. His name is Black Baby. Black Baby, thank you so much for taking part in this edition of African Fiesta.
Thank you.
And do have a fantastic rest of the day out there in Miami, Florida. Okay. And so, listening there to that beautiful rap piece. This is African Fiesta, number 15.
No go up until we strong and the love in the song is BB in black baby. It's BB in black baby. It's BB in black baby. The BB in black baby.
Victory burns my flesh and soul. This voice destroys the verse you soul. No vex not so. I'm deathly titanic. Black babe is the verse I soul. Damn less bomb hot when I dangwa. Flyers downs SOA angwa. Like a road truth na ma langua. Big fish no mix me with Janga. Tu veux le clash, tu as quel poids? Tu crois mais tu as quelle foi? You be sang along, je le sang à l'angle. Klaus avec une tête froide. Ne y a pas les onzi. C'est texte ça appelle ma zombie. Finest chap na swing for monkey. C'est encore pis, c'est no bon prix.
So twist and best what's life. BBE we live life. You with moms, papa bottles rip up. Tell me who pass who. It's BBE. It's BBE. Yup. Need to be uploaded with a flat in the flat back. Flat light, bad man, fine light, rap bastard, avant fine pass down mod, it's BUR. To twist and we up to date. I'm on a place you never be up. Need to be uploaded, go tell them who pass who.
They love the way that we rolling. Too fast, niggas can't hold me. Got G.O.D. by my side, no, just real niggas to my ride. This is BB black baby, it's BB black baby, it's BB black baby, BB black baby. I say no go up for with strong, no go up for with strong, they love in the song. No go up for with strong, no go up for with strong, and they love in the song. It's BB black baby, it's BB black baby, it's BB black baby, BB black baby.
J'ai les dents pour le lait, mais la bière. Je vois qu'avec mes potes on joue à chaque jour parce que parmi nous il n'y a que le vrai. I'm beating the great where these niggas debate.
Okay, that one is titled Boys at Work. We just spoke with the author of that beautiful piece. This is African Fiesta. Let us go back to Boston, where our main guest is back on the line. Once again, Monica, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, Monica, tell me, what are some of the challenges you face as an African musician in the diaspora, and how do you handle these problems?
What are the different problems?
I just need to know the kind of problems you face as an African in the diaspora. You're not doing music back home with your people, but you are in, you're out of the country. You should definitely have some challenges you face in that light.
That's right. I mean, it's much better if we're back in our own place, which is Africa, because in Africa we have lots of people that know us, know our kind of music.
Right.
But in America, it's more of a different kind of music type. But again, any music that is good, no matter where you are, will suffer. So far, so good. We're trying our best to reach out to the African communities here to hear our music and to know who we are. I don't really see lots of challenges, but I see lots of stepping stones that will take me to the next level in the industry. I always go out to a lot of things that is happening in our community. So I think in America here, mostly America, we are kind of together. I can't really pinpoint one problem that I'm having here, except the fact that if I was in Africa, I'll be much better off.
Right. Now, Monica, I know it's a pretty difficult exercise to assess one's self, but I'm going to go ahead and ask you to attempt to do so. What makes you think you are a good singer? What are your strengths? And why do your producers or the people you work with get attracted to your work?
I don't know if I would say I'm a good singer. I'll say I'm a musician, and when it comes to me, people are being attracted to my music. My music is different. I don't follow the norms. I don't, like you said, P Square, Two Face, and the others. They have a kind of music, and I just sing Monica Zation's music, which is different. And I think when you're unique, no matter what it is, you will stand out.
Right. And so, Monica, what are your ambitions in this business of singing?
I'm back full time by the grace of God. Hopefully, you'll be seeing more and more of me in the music industry, doing a lot of collaborations and doing a lot of new music. Like I said earlier before, my business holds me back a little, but does not stop me. So watch out for more of me.
Apparently, you are a very busy person. I understand you also do movie acting.
Yes, I'm a filmmaker. I have produced so far 3 movies, and we just finished one in Nigeria, which is called Deep Fever, with stars like Jackie Appiah, Mona Lisa Chinda, and lots of other, Femi Jacobs, and lots of other big artists, Bobby Michaels, and many more. I'm looking forward to releasing that soon. And we have projects that I'm doing with Robert Peters. We have a lot in stock for our fans and our viewers. Hopefully, they would like what we bring out.
When and why did you decide to get into film production?
You know, it's funny. Film actually brought me back to music again. I produced my first movie titled Faces of Love with the Robert Peters, and they wanted to do a movie soundtrack and get somebody to do the music, and I was like, hold on a second, I'm a musician. This used to be me. That's when I got back into the studio and did the first single called My Baby's Gone, and that's how I got back into the industry. Matter of fact, I don't know if I told you that, but our movie Affairs of the Heart won best film at the African NAFCA award that we just came back from. And also my music, Palava, won our best music video.
Wow.
In Hollywood. So thanks to all those viewers that voted and everything.
So you had 2 awards at NAFCA this year?
Yes, we did.
And so when you were pronounced that you had won these prizes, what was your immediate reaction? Did you expect?
I mean, it's always shocking, no matter what. You know, there were a lot of good movies out there, and for them to call our movie, was very, very. It was humbling, and also my music, lots of good artists in the categories, and them calling me was really humbling, and I was truly blessed to be part of those great people.
For how long have you been acting, Monica?
I was acting back when I was in college. When I was at the University of Massachusetts, I was the leader of a group called Alana, and we did a lot of stage play. We actually did 200 years of Oliver, Charles Dickens' work, Oliver Twist. What if Oliver was the African boy? So I've been doing a lot of work while I was in the university, but I fully got into Nollywood movies about 4 years ago.
Just like your dad was part of your inspiration in singing, what inspired you into acting?
What inspired me? They were doing a movie in my local town here, and that's when I got to meet Lancelot, Imasue, Robert Peters, Desmond Elliott, and all these big people. They were very intriguing, and then they got to know that I was in the industry for a long time. They kind of pulled me into this thing. I was just an executive producer. I never really thought about acting, and then it's like, hey, Monica, you could do this. So I got in, and I was hooked. And there you go.
Right. Now, Monica, musicals are not very common within the African film industry. You are a musician who kinds of valorizes music. You're also a producer. Are you thinking of getting into this film genre? I'm talking about musicals.
We actually did one. What I was saying about the University of Massachusetts, I used to do live poetry recitation and a lot of musicals which I sang and I acted with. I've been doing those, but not a lot of it. But definitely music and theater live. I mean, that's when you know who is who in the industry, because it's not easy. Because it's live and it's singing and it's acting all together. It's very, very intriguing, and I'm going to be doing more of those. Yes.
That's interesting. And do you have any particular characters or roles you feel comfortable playing in movies?
No, I can play any role. That's when method acting comes in place. No matter the role that is given to you, you absorb it and become that person or become that character. Hopefully, I've played yet. The last role I just did was a maid. I'm the executive producer of the movie, but I didn't take the bigger role or any role. I took a role that I loved, which was acting like a maid and doing, bringing myself to a very low class and absorbing that character. I want to see myself doing different characters, and time will tell with the different roles I'll be playing.
But you're not telling me that you accept every script. What do you consider before you say yes to a script?
Oh no! I would not accept every script, because if you look at the industry today, there's a lot of movies out there that by the time you finish the first 2 scenes, you're already tired. If you look at my production, look at what we've done. You're gonna know that we have classic work. I mean, I worked with Robert Peters, we worked with Raza Doti, we worked with Hollywood and Nollywood together. We did good work, you know. So if I was taking all the roles that was being thrown to me, I'll be in a lot of movies, but I refuse to do that. Because, like I said, I've come a long way, and I don't want to start by treading the waters now. I'm going to just take what I think would benefit me and also benefit the viewers.
Her name is Monica Omorodion Sueda. She is the main guest in this episode of African Fiesta. She is a singer who doubles as an actress based in Boston, United States of America. Monica, just like you are unique in your music, what makes you different in acting?
I like to. What makes me different? I don't know. It depends on what the fans will say. I see myself as a person that really absorbs the role. I take it and I become that role. So it's left for the viewers to criticize me. But I think my work will tell the story itself.
Generally, would you say that it has been a success story as far as your acting life is concerned, at least so far?
So far, so good. I mean, my first movie that I did, I was so impressed because the crowd, I mean, it was a totally sold out event, and the turnout was so good, and I mean, I got a lot of, I was very impressed, put it that way. So we're going to be giving you more and more of this, and hopefully this is just the beginning, put it that way. This is just the beginning.
This is just the beginning. We've put it that way, Monica. And when we come back with you, we'll probably be running off this great radio talk. Thank you once again for being part of Fiesta today, Monica.
Thank you for having me.
And that one is titled Moved On. Oh, Moved On. Yeah, Moved On. It's by our main guest, Monica, Monicazation.
You told me that you didn't want me. Now you call me back that you miss me, that you want me, that you love me. You call me back with your swagger, trying to sweet talk me with your mind.
And in just 10 minutes, we shall be packing our bags and luggages out of the studio and, of course, bidding bye for this edition of African Fiesta.
Thank God they say I hold my ground. I hold my
Okay, this is African Fiesta number 15 coming to you from Apex One Radio. We have this SOS. Please listen attentively because at this point in time, somebody needs your help. Somebody needs your help. Her name is Lisa T. Lisa T is one of the iconic Makossa artists Cameroon has had so far. And for those of you who actually lived in my generation, you would have savored her songs. She is the author of the famous Nostalgie and, of course, Associé. Lisa T is not in very good shape. Her health condition is not very pleasant as we speak. And there has been this SOS campaign that has just been launched to mobilize financial support so that she can actually go for treatment. And so Lisa T, like I said, is not in very good shape as we speak. So if you have anything to drop as far as supporting this artist is concerned, please just go online. You click on www.gofundme.com/Lisa-T. So take it again, www.gofundme. GoFundMe is GOFUNDME.com/Lisa is LISA then dash T. So go to gofundme.com/Lisa-T and chip in whatever you have. It gets into the support fund that has been opened for the sake of this artist who is really, let me put it this way, who is seriously ill. So please do that so that we can save her life. Like I said, she's one of the iconic musicians Cameroon ever had. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for responding to this SOS. That we think is our social responsibility to be able to announce this so that whoever is listening could react. And this could just be the beginning of saving somebody's life. And thank you so much if you've already reacted, if you've already supported this cause. And we wish her the best. God who created her is definitely going to heal her. We hope to see our artists back on the rails. This is African Fiesta. We shall be running off very soon. And that one is titled Mambo. Mambo is that beautiful piece that is now circulating. And of course, the author is the main guest in this episode of African Fiesta. Monica Omorodion Sueda is our main guest. And of course, listen to this fantastic piece. We shall talk about it just right ahead as we run off our interview with her. Okay, we shall come back to Mambo by our main guest, but let us go back to Boston and run off this interview with Monica. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So, Monica, briefly, what are some of the difficulties you face as an artist generally? How do you manage your time? Singing, acting, and of course, producing?
It's what we call multitasking. denying myself of a lot of things to do what I love and what I need to do, you know? So I try to just multitask and do what I can do with the time that I have.
And you get along with everything successfully?
By the grace of God, yes.
And
it's not easy, but it's working.
Right. So, Monica, what do you have in the pipeline as far as your projects are concerned, music and movies?
I have a couple of videos to finish up on because I'm trying to make a music video compilation to sell, and we're working on a great movie right now. And there's so much stuff in the pipelines coming up, and that I'm very excited about, and I can't wait to show to my fans and to the world.
Okay, Monica, we are listening to Mambo, which is your latest single in your album.
Yes.
Could you just help us sing along while we play the music from this end? We need to get your voice there.
Okay.
All right, let's go, Monica.
Okay, let me listen.
Okay. So did you get
am I singing just any song or?
Can you may like to sing along with us, I mean this particular piece.
Okay, I'll listen to the music and I'll sing with you.
Right, go ahead. I'm anxious.
Kunja 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 kwa kense uja. Hey, good looking, my honey pie. It's kind of crazy to be singing on this thing.
Okay.
It's killing me.
Okay,
except you want me to do a cappella, I'm not going to be able to do this right.
Let's do it this way. Just go ahead with a cappella.
Okay.
Okay, Monica, right. I'm listening.
Mambo can say, Mambo can say, Mambo can still jar. Mambo can say, Mambo can say, Mambo can still jar. Hey, good looking, my honey pie, come and dance with me. Hey, Papa me, Ololufe me, come and share my world.
Wow.
That is part of my mambo that is out right now.
Beautiful, Monica. Beautiful voice. Thank you so much, Monica. As we go away, how do you think you can give back to your community or your country? Do you have plans for younger Nigerians or Africans who have dreams of becoming either musicians or an actor like you?
I'm actually right now. We have a music production and a movie production company that I formed that I've been working on, and I'm definitely looking at outstanding actors, actresses, singers that stand out that I would work with down the road. And also, my goal at this time of my life is to portray Africa, show everything about the Africans, you know, by our clothes, by our hair, by everything we are, because Africa needs to be showcased to the world. And by the grace of God, I'm going to spend the rest of my life doing that.
And so when you are not in a music recording studio, Monica, when you are not on a movie set, what are you doing? What are your hobbies?
Well, I love. I used to be a fitness trainer. I love anything to do with fitness. I run. I bike, and I used to be part of a group called Sweet Other Lines. I used to go out on tours with them. And also, as you know, I own an insurance company, and that's part of my hobby. I get to meet people and do music and teach them insurance at the same time.
Wow. And so, Monica, if I land in Lagos today, the first thing I'll be asking for is a bowl of eba.
Egusi soup.
And what about you?
Me? Egusi soup and pounded yam.
Egusi soup and pounded yam. How often do you eat it here in the United States?
Oh my Lord, because we don't work a lot here. Maybe once a month, once every other, maybe 1 2 weeks. I don't really eat a lot of those here.
Right. And Monica, if I say you are my role model, who would be your own role model?
My role model. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Go ahead.
It has to be Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. And I think he gives you strength, he gives you wisdom, he gives you ingenuity, everything.
That's right. A whole package.
Right. So, Monica, we are about to run off this radio talk, and there is some little girl out there in Abuja. There is one in Ibadan. There is even this little girl in Yaoundé, Cameroon, who has been listening to this interview, and they've been inspired. They would like to be like you someday. What advice would you have for them?
Don't ever give up on your dreams. Don't ever give up. Don't ever listen to anybody that says no to you. Follow your dreams. Work hard. Knock on doors and just do you.
Don't ever give up, knock on doors, and just do you. Monica, thank you so much for that inspirational one there. It was fantastic having you on Apex One Radio this day.
It was great to be on your show. I'm very grateful, Ernest, and it's been a beautiful time that I've spent with you.
And so when next we invite you, we hope you are going to honor it.
Definitely. It's been a pleasure.
Monica, do have a fantastic rest of the day out there in Boston, and good luck.
And thank you.
This one I take home to mama. Grand level for this one. This one get visa inside passport. This one body hit jackpot. I don't Monica-nize this one. Monicazation of a fine boy.
And that is how we put a full stop to this edition of African Fiesta that came to you this day, September the 16th, 2015 on Apex One Radio. And so, thank you so much for those of you who listen from Africa. If you listen to us from Europe and of course from Asia, we want to say merci beaucoup. At exactly 4 minutes past 1, time for us to put a full stop to this edition of African Fiesta. And so that is how it has ended here on Apex One Radio's African Fiesta this day, September the 16th, 2015. It was a very big and dynamic team that kept you company this day. Delicacy Akosia, Central African correspondent Yaoundé, Cameroon, Valerie Doulafe, Central African correspondent Douala, Cameroon, Ifana Kuala, Belgium correspondent Titus Banu, the city of Antwerp, South African correspondent Solomon Atta, Johannesburg, African Tele Review, Crystal Beauty, African Music Time, Maxwell Ajik, resource person number 1, Ken Shalimone, resource person number 2, Suleiman Koyate, resource person number 3, Matthew Ayon, content critique, The White Bokori, African Fiesta online banner, Emmanuel Aje, main guest in this edition of the show, Monica Omorodion Suwaida, Monicazation. We had as guest at large in this edition, that song, Black Baby, Akuru Rafael, and of course, collaboration came from Christine Asiedu, Rita Obensin, Gracie Boise, Asong Karista, and of course, Ajong Asongamin. The face of the show was actress Edith Bikwa, and of course, African Fiesta number 15 was produced from our studio in Vasuch by Maxwell Ajik. My name is Ernest Kanjo, asking you to join me again next week for yet another vibrant edition of African Fiesta. And until we meet next Wednesday, it is bye bye, ciao, au revoir, merci, I'm gone. See you. To God be the glory. Bye for now.
Maman qui vient, ok. Maman qui danse, ok. Ok.
left me in the dark. You moved on, that's what you said you did. You carried on and left me in the dark. You moved on, that's what you said you did. You carried on and left me in the dark. Oh, down you go. Oh, down you go. Oh, more penny, come on. You go. Oh, more penny, come
kopete mapito e Sekinde mundu mama koma Fona oya banga mayola na neibe ni mbolo Na somele walondo wa me anonimu na ho Na mama nongi watete na kuna batate bongo wakabami Benandi Boko Orlando Boko